Welcome back, everybody. We are on part 2 of episode 203. It's time for the hot tags of the week. Some stories, rumors, news, and anything else we need to break down that's happened over the past couple of days. And actually, there's been quite a bit that's been happening. And let's just get right into this with the worst possible thing. TNA. Bound for Glory happened. Yeah.
It did?
Yeah, that's like part of the news, too. I didn't even have a clue that it was around this time period, let alone that it was happening until we were talking about it in our little chats on Facebook and stuff. And Wago, you watched a portion of it. Sucked, right?
I watched 5 minutes, and
It's more than I did.
I wish I could get those 5 minutes back.
That was what, the X Division match?
Yeah, I saw Tigre Uno, Manic without a mask. Why? Why doesn't he just wrestle under his normal name at that point? I'm not sure. Some long-haired dude, and I forgot the other person because of how irrelevant they are. It's probably no Fern.
Zema Ion?
Oh yeah, Zema Ion, Necky McBreak, or whatever they're called.
Nicky McBreakerton. I think that's his, proper name.
Oh.
But what happened at there is that Matt Hardy won the TNA World title.
Which I'm very displeased about.
Well, if you're not happy with him being the champion, good news. He's not anymore.
Woo!
They're doing a stupid storyline where he has to vacate it because Ethan Carter's saying that, he cheated and filed an injunction or something. I don't fucking know. This company is just so dumb. You get to a point where we heard that Matt Hardy was winning that title, and we were all just And then now it's they followed up with something that you would think, okay, well, if you don't like Matt Hardy as a champion, well, the good news, he's not anymore. Yay, okay, well, they made the right decision. No. It's just making it worse.
It really is making it worse. I mean, you've already shit the bed.
Why smear it?
Yeah. That's the best fucking analogy I can come up with, seriously.
See, the thing is with Matt Hardy winning the title, the only reason why he did was they're like, hey, maybe if some people hear that Matt Hardy won the title, because if I were to have either Hardy, it would definitely be Matt instead of the actual talented one out of the two. People might start watching. However, this is going to go in the stain of a shitted bed, apparently, that TNA has been rolling around in for 7 or 8 years now. On top of that...
It's a terrible image.
Exactly. And on
Did you picture Dixie Carter?
You're just rolling around in shit.
Alright, let's jump off of this, man.
But here's the thing. I don't like Matt Hardy. And I definitely do not like him as a champion in any way. His thing is he's a backyard wrestler, and he wrestles like a backyard wrestler. He's fat. There's a reason why they call him Fat Hardy. And now, I can't respect EC3 anymore because he lost to a fucking Hardy. God damn it, Matt. Just get this shit away from me. Get that bed away from me. Get Dixie Carter away from me. And that bed. I want EC3 back. Damn it. I want him back in WWE. That's all I care about. That's the only thing I took away from all this is...
The biggest joke about all of it, though, it's just... This was meant to be their biggest show of the year. This is their WrestleMania. And somebody went, you know what would really send the fans home happy? Matt Hardy.
And it's not even that. It was a number, there was those reports going around that they were going to give people free tickets if they just showed up at the event. There was that.
Damn,
there was also
so sad.
The live shows that they were doing on the Friday and Saturday before where, pictures were taken, about 250 to 300 people at both events, which is very bad for TNA. If this was any other indie promotion that they were somehow were able to get 250 people, that'd be great. But this is TNA, okay? They're supposed to be the number 2.
And you know what's so much more sad about it? If you look at the comparison between them and NXT, people were trying to draw a lot of comparisons. They were going well, NXT's just developmental, and the FCW days are closer to TNA now than anything. You look at what TNA does with their WrestleMania, and they got to give tickets away for free. NXT runs a thing on Monday night after Raw, the WWE 24, and it's all about like, hey, look at how far we've gotten. We're selling out the Barclays Center for a TNA event. Selling out. Not giving tickets away. Selling them.
On top of that, I think those tickets sold out in like minutes too. Like over SummerSlam, those tickets sold out quicker.
You gotta feel like garbage if you're working at TNA, don't you? Like, I can't imagine anybody having any kind of faith in this company.
And you know what the greatest part?
Just think about everything that they've had. What does everybody say they need to have a successful wrestling promotion? Money and distribution. They had both of those. They had Panda Energy. Huge fucking company backing them. They had distribution on Spike TV, the home which WWE was drawing 3 million viewers on.
Which is targeted towards their demographic.
Which is, yeah, just their demographic. They don't even have to worry about people finding their products.
It's not like they're on the Oxygen Network or fucking Lifetime or something.
And you know what? They even had the star power once upon a time. They had Kurt Angle at his peak.
They had Sting. They had Hulk Hogan.
They had Jeff Hardy at his peak of his popularity after his WWE title runs.
Right.
They built Samoa Joe up to be a monster, and he developed a big following as well. Well, they had AJ Styles, okay?
Now we've got Matt fucking Hardy as the champion. And I actually don't hate Matt like everybody else does. I think he's an absolute fuck-up as far as a human being goes. But as far as the competitor and the character goes, Matt Hardy as a heel is one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen, especially in Ring of Honor. With that said, he's not a champion of your company.
No. Matt Hardy is a solid tag team type of guy. And a mid-carder.
Oh, the light heavyweight championship, you know, if it was still around. But, hey, just remember the three guys in the
light heavyweight.
You know, not anymore at least. But just imagine the three guys who were wrestling, and then the fourth guy who was the referee in the match. All of them former WWE guys. So at the end of the day, the saying of it's just a bunch of washed up WWE has-beens still runs true in the end. Except for EC3. That son of a bitch could come back anytime he wants. He's a champ.
Didn't Dixie put something out on Twitter or something the other day that said that she's like honored to prep people for WWE?
Something like that.
Oh, Dixie, yeah, she did post something really dumb the other day.
But who was
the last... It was along those lines. It was along the lines of, oh, I'm so proud that we've had so much of our talent go over to WWE. It just proves that we're like... She like tried to validate herself with that. No! They went to WWE and became successful in spite of you.
She's like, I've got a major announcement. I'm proud my people leave.
Other than like Samoa Joe, who just recently got there, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head who was in TNA originally, then went to WWE. It's been a while since something like that's happened.
And TNA didn't build Joe. Ring of Honor built Joe.
Exactly.
TNA killed Joe.
TNA's gonna kill you. Let's move on from TNA, because fuck them.
I was rolling around that bed of shit for a while there. Ugh.
Rumors that Cesaro is in the doghouse. I don't really buy it, but at the same time, he's not doing that much on WWE right now. He's just kind of wrestling on superstars and losing. Or beating, you know, like fucking Fernando and shit. So, what do you guys think about this? Did he rub somebody wrong backstage? Or is that just, he's on the downswing?
No, there's no way that, no, swing, I see what you did there, Tony. But no, like, I don't think so, because you see John Cena backing this guy all the time. You know, you see videos of those two working out together for some, like, magazine shoot. And, you know, a big portion of the crowd is really behind him right now. I don't understand why they aren't pushing him necessarily, but if he is in a doghouse, it has to be for something weird and something that just hasn't came up yet, or WWE's just not going to let it come out. So I don't believe he is in trouble in any way, but it's starting to look bad that they're not like trying to do something with him, because there is a crowd that wants him to succeed in some way. There's people that want to watch him. I just don't understand why they aren't utilizing them, other than the fact that maybe they just don't have anything for him to do necessarily.
You think he sneezed near Vince?
I don't know. got that cold, though.
No, but that does bring me to what I think the real reason is. I don't think he's necessarily in the doghouse. I think this is just some dirt sheet bullshit. And if it's from the website that I think it's from, they have no validation whatsoever. But the point is, Vince has a predisposed bias towards Cesaro, and he made that clear. Maybe because he said, maybe because he's Swiss. That's what it all boils down to. Vince doesn't believe he can connect with the audience. And the reason why I'm confident that's the thing is because every time he connects with the audience, he stops pushing him.
It's counterproductive, isn't it?
Definitely very counterproductive. So I don't know what it is with the WWE. If you get over on your own, they will not back you. They don't like you unless the machine's created you.
And you would think that he would really like Cesaro because he's a big guy, like, you know, muscular.
Oh, is that bad?
Like,
Cesaro's the type of guy. He's not really like he looks like he's in shape, like, you know, muscular, but he's not like John Cena huge or like some of those bigger guys who just look like they're absolute rip. He just has incredible core strength, and like he shows it every day. You'd think just because of that alone, you know, Vince would want to push this guy as his next big man of the company, but he just chooses not to for some reason.
It's that predisposed bias, as I said. When Vince looks at a guy and he goes, so what do I have here? He's a big guy, that's great. And where's he from? Swiss. So what's stereotypical about Swiss people? That's where his mind goes to straight away.
They can speak 5 languages.
He's never going to look past that. He's always going to be the Swiss guy. And that's why he's never going to get over.
Wish I had some kind of a knife or cheese pun right now. I'm disappointed.
Well, didn't they fucking have him yodel at one point? I guarantee you that was from Vince's head.
I think it was like once or twice, though. I don't know. I think they've had him from Germany at one point. He's had a weird ride.
I'm pretty sure I gave that yodeling thing the worst gimmick of the year. For that year.
It's up there. I mean, Natty's farting was terrible, but at least in her situation, you can find fart humor funny if it's done right. With Cesaro, nuh-uh.
Eva Marie has injured Carmella. Kick to the head. Now, of course, there are people that are talking about, is Eva Marie too dangerous in the ring? Is Carmella not really, you know, the person that should be working with her because she's still kind of fresh too? Whether or not this has anything to do with concussions, because WWE is like so super dodgy when it comes to that lately. I don't know. My first reaction to this is just Eva Marie hasn't shown me that she's ready yet, and I gotta side with the people that say she's probably too dangerous to be doing this kind of shit. What do you guys think?
There's a bigger problem with her just being dangerous or not. It just comes down to, can she work a match? And for those people that say she wasn't properly trained before she went to the main roster, here's how I feel about that. You was given an opportunity on the main roster with years and years of knowledge of, like, the amount of people around you with the years of knowledge they have. There's no way you shouldn't have learned by now. So she's just the type of person that's never going to learn to work. She's never going to get any better, and they just need to cut her loose.
Cut her top?
Oh, fucking hell, I wish they cut Natalia's top off on Raw. Damn. I wanted to unzip that thing.
I'm in the middle on this, you know. It really just depends on whether or not this was actually her fault, because, you know, sometimes, you know, a kick could be an actual kick, and, you know, it could have been sold wrong, or, you know, they could have been in the wrong position when she gave the kick. So I'm not necessarily gonna blame this on her, but, you know, this is a bad move for her on her part, because there are already a number of people who don't want her to wrestle, and someone getting injured is definitely not good for her. But just remember, Samoa Joe's first start match in the WWE, he injured Tyson Kidd. Granted, it was that was just, you know, an unlikely, you know, 1 in a million chance of something like that happening.
Thing that happened. I mean, and accidents do happen, and we've had people that are like, you know, really solid, professional, great wrestlers that have injured people and stuff. So it's not like Eva Marie is somebody who's walking around just like constantly injuring people left and right. But she's only wrestled a couple of matches, and
I mean,
but here's the thing:
you can be a good wrestler and still fucking be a stiff guy, but there's being stiff and being safe to work with. And I don't have enough knowledge on Eva Marie to make that judgment. But my bigger issue is the fact that she still can't wrestle a damn match. And if she can't wrestle a damn match, then she's probably got fucking something wrong with her head because she's had so many years to get it right. They need to cut ties with her. She's the least talented woman they have in their entire roster.
I don't want to go that far.
Okay, give me an example of someone that's less talented.
Okay, Lana.
No.
Lana hasn't wrestled yet.
Here's the thing.
But what do you mean she did?
Eva Marie did not get a crowd riled up. Lana has had fans on the edge of the seat fucking hurling abuse at her. She's more talented.
I think when you weigh the two, you look at it as like, Lana is better than Eva Marie when it comes to her actual character and stuff. Eva Marie is clearly better when it comes to publicity. Like, she's one of the main reasons Total Divas exists. So she does have her purpose, but I'm not trusting that it's in the ring. Like, Eva Marie might be one of these people that they could better utilize as a manager or like a valet or whatever. And even then, she's got to learn how to cut a promo better.
Well, here's the thing. We have people like Renee Young that are just an on-screen personality. You can do that with someone like her if she's got the capabilities. They need to test her in other areas, because it's clearly not as a wrestler.
See, I don't know if I would trust her being like a broadcast person.
Oh, fuck. Most of them don't even do their jobs right anyway. They're just like, I'm here with Randy Orton. Randy, talk shit.
Thank you, Randy, for talking about shit.
I am the Viper. Back to you, Cole.
Who's the girl from NXT that does that?
Cody's girlfriend's fucking terrible.
No, not Eden. I actually like Eden.
Nah, she fucking sucks. She's just another dingback with a microphone.
The brunette girl, her name starts with a D, I think.
Dana.
D for damn shame you can't remember.
I don't know why I want to call her, like, Destiny or something. I know that that's fucking wrong.
I feel like it's Dylan.
I think her real name's Brittany Fetkin.
Fat.
Because I kind of remember typing that out for something with or whatever. Whoever the girl is, the brunette girl, cute girl or whatever, but she's the one that does the backstage interviews for NXT. She's terrible. She just really needs to go. And I don't know about the newer girl that they've brought in, because I haven't really seen her yet, but I've seen her once or twice, and I didn't really like her that much either. I think they need to stop just going, you're pretty, here's a microphone, pretend that you can interview people. Because Greg Hamilton's pretty good. Yeah, he's not pretty. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't see Eva Marie doing that kind of a job either. I think that she's got to have some kind of like something that she could use her bitchy hot model gimmick kind of for, and I don't really know what that would be.
She needs to do something, because if she's not doing anything, it doesn't justify her existence on Total Divas.
Right.
Hey, Tony. Is her name Devin?
Devin, that's it, yeah. Devin Taylor?
Tony.
Devin Taylor, yeah. That's right.
Hey,
yeah, she's fucking
Tony,
awful.
Is it Dasha?
Dasha Carrette?
No, it's Dasha Fuentes.
Fuentes, yeah. Yeah.
Is it Marcelo Rodriguez?
Is it, what's his name? Carlos Cabrera?
Carlos Cabrera.
Let's move on before we keep doing this too much. CM Punk is injured. His UFC debut is probably going to be delayed. Wago, you know more about this than I do. Is this him just kind of, like, he got unlucky, Eva Marie kicked him in the head, or is it something where he's not ready? I mean, obviously he's not ready if he's injured, but, like, you know, is this the type of thing where he did some regular sparring and got injured, or was this a fluke?
Well, as soon as I read the headline, I went, I bet it's from wrestling. Because wrestling injuries are very, very, very common in MMA. It's 90% of how injuries happen and why fights get cancelled. And as soon as I clicked on the article and read, apparently it was from a scramble in a wrestling exchange, and I'm like, yep. Guys, train too hard. It's a big issue in MMA right now, and unfortunately they go hard at Rufus Sports, so that's why he got hurt. He'll probably be out for 6 to 10 months before he makes his actual debut. So he was expected early next year, so it puts a damper on things. But from what he was saying, his tax man was also telling him to fight next year because it'll work out better. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Huh. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, any thoughts about this?
Sucks to be you, nerd. Seriously, though. It sucks, but, he's still going to get a big paycheck in the end regardless, so, hey, do what you gotta do.
Moving on to WWE trademark issues. They've lost or abandoned several different things, and I'm not really too sure what the difference is between these. I don't know much about, like, copyright law and whatever like that. I mean, I know enough to argue my case when it comes to Twitter and shit, and YouTube, and that kind of social media stuff, but I don't know about, like, actual the defining terms between these two. But there's two sections that caught my eye. One is abandoned / failure to respond to late response. The other one is continued use not filed within grace period, unrevivable. So I'm assuming what happens here is they are in a transition period where they haven't renewed the one section, the abandoned ones, and they're kind of like in like a holding period. Whereas the other one, they went through that already and decided to pass. So maybe I'm wrong about that. If you guys know, leave a comment below and, kind of clarify for that. But the ones that were labeled failure to respond to late response, abandoned, are Eve Torres, Just Bring It, Naomi, Stardust, and Lunatic Fringe. And I tried to look into this a little bit more, and the only thing that I found any information on was Lunatic Fringe is the name of some kind of like a radio station. So maybe they kind of had to like drop that because they can't trademark it. But I'm really curious about like Naomi and Stardust and whatever. Eve hasn't been around for a while. I can understand that. And Just Bring It is a pretty generic phrase, and The Rock might want a piece of that. But Stardust and Naomi, huh?
Well, like I was about to say, when it comes to the Stardust one in a Yu-Gi-Oh game, there's a Stardust Dragon. So hey, you got to pay Upper Deck for that kind of money, Stardust Dragon. Better
or worse than the Zombie Warrior one?
I am not quite sure. You'd have to get the XYZ cards that are synchro cards, summon cards, and you'll find out.
You fucking nerd.
I think it's the Warrior Zombie.
You think it is?
How long has that joke been going on?
Since like 2000. Yes, it's been a while now.
Oh, the ones that were continued use not filed within grace period, unrevivable. WWE HD with no space between them, WWE Shop, Crime Time, Candice Michelle, and Hornswoggle. So, they did not renew the Hornswoggle name. Think this has anything to do with his suspension?
No, they're just going to call him Dylan when he comes back and does nothing.
Why would you want to fucking pay for his name? Is he worth any money? Like, seriously, I never understood what asset he has to the company.
I can't imagine what it is, other than maybe they just kind of go, well, look at this, we employ somebody who's a little person.
I don't know.
He's been there for years.
Yeah, I know. He's been there since fucking the brand, like early brand split stuff.
What, like 2006 or something?
Yeah, 2005, 2006, yeah.
That's ridiculous. Like a decade in the company, and he's really never been that useful.
I preferred him when he was called a little bastard. When he was a package with Finlay, it was great. He used to just come out of the ring, act like a cunt, and Finlay kept like assaulting him backstage. It was great.
He fucks up a lot of stuff. He fucked up that Royal Rumble, fucked up the angle with the kid, fucked up the Anonymous Raw GM. Yeah, Dylan.
Fucking Dylan.
God damn it, Dylan.
And our final hot tag, John Cena is going to be taking time off after Hell in a Cell. He's expected to come back in December or something around that time. So 2 questions that come to my mind when it comes to this. Number 1, who takes the title off of him?
Dolph Ziggler. There's rumors going around that there's going to be a storyline involving him, Dolph and Nikki, based off what happened on Total Divas. So it seems logical. Dolph Ziggler's kind of been set up with it since he got attacked before he could jump on the opportunity. So there's a built-in storyline there. If he cheats to win, Cena, and somehow injures John Cena, Cena can come back all those months later and redeem himself.
Well, that was my other question, is how do they write him off TV? Because John Cena's not the type of guy that just doesn't show up for a while. Like, if Mark Henry didn't wrestle for a couple weeks, I don't think anybody would really be like, wait, where's Mark Henry? Or if we don't see Los Matadores for a while they're repackaging them, nobody's going to care even. John Cena's somebody that they always figure out a way to write off.
You want to kind of throw my 2 cents into this hat, if I may?
Go ahead.
In a way. You want to know who could possibly be returning sometime in October?
Chris Jericho?
You know, since he doesn't dabble in WWE, it's very possible that he comes back. But I wasn't thinking that. I don't know necessarily how they'll write him off television, but someone who could possibly come back if he's healthy by then, and you could start a storyline that come between him and Kevin Owens is the man, Sami Zayn. And that's my answer.
That's the Intercontinental title, though.
But, Tony, you know how you always talk about the 2 titles merging into one at some point?
That's true.
Yeah, he said, what do you think's going to happen? He didn't say what type of fantasy booking would you like to do today.
Hey, I'm just saying, there's a storyline there. They're both...
Yeah, but it ain't gonna. Yeah, but it's not gonna happen.
I'll bite with this though. But how do you write John Cena off? Because I can't see Sami Zayn injuring John Cena.
No, he doesn't. What you do is you have Chris Jericho come out of nowhere and just give him like code breaker after code breaker after code breaker after code breaker after code breaker.
Wouldn't it be ironic if he did wrestle Sami Zayn, but instead of Sami injuring himself on the entrance, Cena injured himself during his?
And that's how
John Cena talks to the camera. He's just like, all right, guys, we're going to go. We're going to have a good match here. And, my arm.
But
he does the you can't see me. Carpal tunnel.
But they could always do something where Cena kayfabe injures himself in the beginning of the match, and he works his way through the whole match still, and in the end he ended up hurting himself more because he could wrestle through the pain, and now he has to take time off because of that. They could always do something like that.
I guess we'll figure out when it comes to Hell in a Cell. I mean, that's 2-3 weeks away.
But,
looks like they're building Dolph Ziggler up a little bit.
No, that's gonna.
I'm leaning towards him, but I don't know about the actual injury angle that they're going to go with. I can't see Ziggler doing it, but maybe he does turn heel. Maybe this is going to be like Ziggler wrestles him and beats him for the title. Then there's some kind of Nikki Bella thing going on. He turns heel and starts aligning with her, and because Nikki Bella is going to be she's going to wrestle Charlotte, and I'm going to assume that she's going to be out of the title picture after that, because then they're going to move Paige in. So maybe that'll give her something to do. I don't know.
But
Curious.
There's also something else that we're not taking into effect here, and it's the man known as Cesaro. Big guy, and also if Dolph Ziggler wins the title, I'm gonna be very shitty, very very shitty, because of course he would win a title as soon as I let him go.
Do you think they'd do Sting?
What about Sting?
Do you think they'd have him open the challenge?
Nah, I don't even think he can.
Oh yeah, he's dead. He's halfway there.
He maybe if he didn't die and Night of Champions possibly, but who knows? Maybe Dean Ambrose. They haven't been really doing too much of him.
Yeah, except that whole Wyatt family feud.
Yeah, but is he in that match?
He'll be in a throwaway tag. He'll be in a throwaway tag match.
I'm assuming Ambrose, Orton, Harper, and Strongman are just going to be hanging around the outside.
Or in a tag match.
Either or. Like a pre-show tag match or something like that.
Or both.
Do you think there's a possibility that one of the New Day could possibly win the title after the way they were booked at the end of the Raw?
Nah.
Nope.
Nah, because if they
Okay.
wouldn't have done Big E, then I could think maybe, like, if they would have done Xavier the first time and then Kofi Kingston this Monday, then there's a possibility that maybe Big E would, because Big E and John Cena were supposedly tight, right?
Oh.
I
I'm
think,
pretty
like,
sure
when Big E first came here, like, he and John Cena were, like, good friends or something like that. So I could see, if that's true, I could see them doing that kind of a thing. I would think that he would be interested in putting him over, but they had that match this week. I think it's done. I think it's just placeholder. So tell us what you think about all these different topics that we talked about in the comments below. We're going to take a little bit of a break with the rest hold, talk about everything that you need to know this week for the promotional side of things, as well as like the Did You Know and the comment of the week and all that other kind of jazz. So click on that one, and after that, we're going to start getting into our NXT TakeOver predictions. So click on part 3, click on part 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it ends up being. We'll see you there.